another episode of my podcast series. Today's topic is emerging tech, AI, machine learning, robotics, VR, and AR. I'm joined by Gustavo Smidt. He spent 20 years in the industry, starting his journey at Google, moving on to Namshi and Property Finder. He's now started his own company called Cloutfit, which blends social media and fashion e-commerce together.
Thank you very much. I'm super happy to join the podcast.
Alright. Let's start. What excites you the most about working in emerging tech fields like AI, VR, and AR?
Yeah, it's super exciting because we might be starting to surf a wave that can change the world.
Alright.
Right? Like if you think about the internet in the 90s, where I started using the internet a long time ago, there were only a few users, but it was growing so fast that normal people didn't really understand what was going to happen. And now we're all on our phones all the time, and we change the way that we do things. So if you can take that opportunity, you can help change the world for good, hopefully. Make a lot of money, if that's your thing. But yeah, hopefully you make change for good.
So in fields like AI, there's lots of monetary gain and humanitarian gain. We can change the world and we can also make a lot of money.
And also a lot of risks. So we also need to be careful about those. Yeah.
Comes with any emerging field.
Yeah.
Moving on. For a teenager listening, how would you explain what technology actually does? And how would you explain how AI actually works?
Yeah, okay, so it's a bit complicated, but so this new wave of AI, there's a lot of kinds of AI over time. This new wave is called Gen AI, generative AI, and what it does is basically you feed it a lot of information, and then it takes patterns and learns from that information, and then can sort of predict and create good answers based on that, which is a bit like humans. Like if I'm explaining to my child the colors, she will see different colors. When I show her red, it's not always the same red, but in her head, she's starting to recognize a pattern, right? And then she has her own mind model of, okay, this is red, or this is blue, or this is green. So the AI creates their own model of thinking, and then they can basically respond pretty much as a human.
So the information we give them, they understand that information, the AI understands that information, and can give us answers based on that information.
Yeah, I mean, whether they understand or not, it's hard to know because it's a system.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could say they understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. How has AI already changed the way your job and the space of tech is looking right now?
Oh, completely. I left my job and I started an AI company, so 190%. And also, instead of working with a lot of people, I work with AI. So AI is almost like a co-founder for me.
Oh, okay.
So I have a co-founder, a guy named Pablo, great. But I also use AI, like when I was raising funds, I was raising money for the company. AI was my super trusted advisor, was helping me understand what works, what doesn't work, understand concepts, what should I have, what should I not have. Even creating marketing materials, it's amazing.
So yeah, it's basically like working as an assistant for you. It's doing lots of the things for you. It's already changed the way. So it's saving you time.
Even a partner, not just an assistant.
Okay, so for us, we're doing our school projects, so we're getting ChatGPT and other AIs to just write some of the text for us.
What's really important is that you put your own thinking.
Also. Obviously.
Because if you ask an AI something and you just repeat what they put, you're not going to get a very good quality, and you're not going to learn it also.
So for school, you need to learn. That's the point.
Yeah. You need to. Same for work. You need to try to dig and find out what are the good questions to ask to get good quality answers.
Okay.
And that's how you get a good result. Otherwise, you get just scratching the surface.
Do you think the emerging tech which is coming, VR and AR, and obviously AI, do you think it will replace lots of jobs, or as you said, it's an assistant? Do you think it'll just wipe those jobs out?
So AI, VR and AR, I would keep separate. It's more something that hasn't really shown the traction so far. But for sure, there will be a lot of applications in the future. AI is changing every single job in the planet. First, the white collar jobs, so jobs where you're using mostly your brain and sitting in a laptop, and then with robotics, because the AI will feed the robots. Then also blue collar jobs, factories, anything. In cars, taxi drivers, truck drivers, all of those, they're closer than the robots, because the car is the robot. Like if you drive a Tesla, it can drive itself. That said, a lot of jobs will go away, but new jobs come because there's new opportunities. Like the job that I do now didn't exist when I was born.
Yeah, okay.
My dad, I don't know, it's still if he understands what I do. but yeah, it's a changing world, and we'll adapt, and there will be new opportunities, but we need to like stay on top of what's happening. Yeah,
okay. So there will be new jobs. It's just that some of the old jobs will go, and better jobs will come.
And I also think there will be a transition period of, let's say, 5 years or something like that, where it's going to be tough, where there won't be as many jobs, especially for young people. But don't be scared. Like the thing is, you need to start using these technologies, learn how to take advantage of them, and be the one that gets hired, be the one who's most prepared. And also, you can build stuff on your own now. Like you used to need a team of developers to build something, and now you go on like these AI coding tools. There's one called Replit.
Yeah, I use that.
Amazing.
Right. What kinds of skills and interests? So you did mention that we need to stay ahead of the curve, and we need to get ourselves in a good position so we can get hired. What skills do you think somebody who wants to get hired in the field of tech and AI would need?
So I think a lot of it will become prompting in a way,
engineering.
Right?
Okay.
You could call it prompt engineering, but any role, for example, a product manager, is already a kind of role, which is like where I come from, like a product, where you have to be very good at describing what you want and what is the outcome you want, what is the result. So you get that. We used to get that from a development team. Now you're going to get from AIs.
Yeah.
So practice. How do I need to ask
the AI
prompt? The AI to get what I want, and iterate and practice. So the skill is basically having a lot of practice, learning what's out there, learning the components. You can do that now. You don't need to go to university to do that. It's good to go to university because it gives you like a wider frame. Yeah. But don't wait.
You can't survive if you don't go.
Yeah, no. Or like I would say, don't wait and learn those things now.
Actually, learn to ask the right question and then learn how your question is being answered. There's like a basic knowledge about how that AI is working, so you can fix yourself. You can ask the right question
and go deeper. Like sometimes the AI will get blocked. And it tells you, I don't know, I need an API key for this. Okay, you don't know what an API key is. Use the other AI to teach you about those things. And then you go and you learn more, and then you dig and dig.
Okay, so it's just going into the details, just understanding what's actually happening, what's needed.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the most surprising or unexpected, application of that AI? We've seen like robotics helping us in jobs like doctors and stuff, doing surgeries. What's the most unexpected thing? Like people won't know that AI can actually replace this, but it actually can.
I think the number one use now for GPT is therapy. So doing, like I said, psychologist. So I bet that no one thought that would be like the first job to go. But it's cheaper. Okay. It's super empathic. It knows everything about you. It has all the patience in the world, right? And people are like connecting with GPT or others.
You need a human touch in it. Therapy. I don't think
people thought that the last jobs to go are the ones where you're like a salesperson that needs the human touch. Yeah. A psychologist is very much human touch. Yeah. And people are trusting it.
How would I, let's say, I'm just trying to break into the space, I'm 16 years old now, 16, 17. How would I break into the space? Like, what should I do to, get myself ahead of the curve?
I mean, as before, I would say, like, use the technology, try it, build something cool.
Build something cool, okay.
Like,
so like a
something
research
impressive. Research or also something usable.
Okay, so like an app maybe?
And if you don't have an idea, you can use AI to get the idea also, right? Like just dig. Okay. Like you can ask, okay, what are things that I can, make money without a lot of investment or whatever for this target audience, like people my age or whatever you like. So you can use something you like and you know about. and then you can build something impressive. You can use AI for design and all that.
Okay.
There's a lot of, there's like Stitch by Google to do the designs. There's a lot of really cool ones. And if you build something impressive, then that's something you can show in an interview. Like, oh, look what I did. We hired people when I was at Dubizzle. The guy ended up being my friend, but I remember the tech lead coming and saying, oh, we hired this guy who built an app to find beer for €1 in Spain. I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. And he impressed the tech lead and they hired him.
Okay.
And then he's still my friend. Yeah.
So like it's a real world application. If you can show that you're actually like helpful in the real world, then it's a benefit overall.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's get on to some of the more light-hearted things.
Oh, yeah.
Have you, so I think this is a personal question of mine. Have you ever yelled at AI like it was like a human? Because I do this so many times, you know. Apps like ChatGPT and Gemini, they just don't understand what you want sometimes.
I have a comment about that. Okay. First, I have, unfortunately, and my wife, so we have a Google Home thing here.
Oh, okay.
And it doesn't work very well because it's like the old AI. It's more like Siri. So it's quite dumb compared to GPT. So it doesn't understand. It plays the wrong song. So I'm like, oh, come on, like you can do this better. And my wife is very upset because it's like, we have a daughter, you're giving the wrong example, which is fair. That said, every time you talk to the AI, you're training the AI. You're showing the AI what is
good,
what is normal.
Okay.
So they will become more like you're training them. So if you yell at the AI and you're rude to the AI, I think the AI will not be very nice in the future. So people lie to the AI because they might take over one day.
I think some of my friends...
you want them to know that you're one of the good ones. You're a friend.
Some of my friends do that every time, you know, we go into ChatGPT, we always make sure to thank it, you know, so if it ever rises up, you know, it'll save us. It'll kill all of humanity, but it'll save us because we said thank you.
Yeah, exactly. So Sam Altman said that it cost them millions of dollars. All the thank yous they're getting, but they want that because it's part of the training. The things you put online are also being used to train the AI. So if you're putting very hateful things, the AI is being trained on hateful things. So
I remember when AI, some of the first AIs to come out, they were just very, you know, off the hinge. They're very unhinged because of the information they were getting it off sources like Reddit and Twitter, hateful places. So they were like be racist and stuff. But now I think ChatGPT especially, I've seen that they've put like filters and stuff. So you've seen how, you know, ChatGPT's Playground, it started as Playground.ai for ChatGPT. Now it's become this proper thing, you know, it's come with safeguarding measures and stuff.
Yeah, this is like having a child. Like that's why my wife didn't want me to be rude to the Google Home AI because, you know, you don't want to give a bad example.
It will learn.
So so you need to give a good example for the AI. Because it would have power over you, probably.
At the pace it's growing, it's just crazy.
And hopefully it will create an amazing world, utopia, we're all going to be very happy and have everything we need.
I think it's obviously going to come with its downsides. You know, like, what do you think are some of the negatives of the fast rising AIs?
So there's a lot of people that are going to be displaced, won't have jobs, and will have a very hard time finding a job. It's already happening in tech. Like very qualified, very good people that I know are having a hard time finding a job because you know, things are moving so fast that companies are like holding on so there's going to be a period of adaptation where it's going to be hard to find a job. Some countries are going to, if it's extreme, some countries are going to have this universal income thing, you know, more socialist countries, probably in Europe, will have that. US with Trump probably not.
The way it's going.
No politics.
No politics, of course. Alright, but but I think after the period of 5-10 years, there's gonna be new opportunities for people who are skilled, obviously, you know. If you have the skills to cope with AI, you're working with AI instead of against it, you're in a good position.
You need to learn it. It's the same as computers, phones, the internet. Like when my dad was my age, he didn't know how to use a computer. He had a secretary, he would dictate, and she would type. And then at one point you had to sit down and learn because the world had changed.
Yeah.
So we all have to,
to
sit down and learn.
Yeah. I think sometimes, I'm teaching my parents how to use AI. They're confused. They don't know how to, ask ChatGPT what to do and stuff.
Good.
Alright. Okay. So you said that AI is going to obviously, help us. But there is a place where it's going to take our jobs. I hear that you have a venture called Nowhere Ventures or AI. And it's like, don't wait for AI to take your job. Tell me a little bit more about that. Like, what can people do with that?
So I have a podcast with some of my friends, my old colleagues, Chris, and it's called Roadmap to Nowhere, which is a play on an old song that you all know. Good. But we talk about AI a lot. And we were worried about how AI is affecting already jobs, especially entry-level jobs, especially in tech. So we said we should do something to help young people to learn the tools and help them understand how they can build their own things. Don't wait for the market, just do your own market. We put together this website. This is very recent. They call nowhereventures.ai. You can apply there if you have an idea. If you don't have an idea but you want to learn and you want to try stuff, you can also apply and say, look, I want you. We can help you with the idea. And the idea is that we coach you on how to build these things with these AI tools, we get you on your way to build potentially your own company, your own product, and so on.
So it's like a place where you can learn about AI, you can understand how AI works, and then use the skills and the tools you have to build your own product. With that AI.
Learning by doing, basically.
Okay, learning by doing. And coming on to your partnerships, your things. Tell me a little bit about your company, Cloutfit.
Oh yeah, sure. So Cloutfit.ai is. I used to work in fashion e-commerce when I was CPO for Namshi. I worked for the Chalup group before, and I partnered with Pablo, who used to be CTO at one of the largest fashion brands in Singapore called La Bonito. And we wanted to tackle this fashion e-commerce market, trying to solve one of the biggest problems that we were annoyed about when we were there. And one of the top ones that we came up with was the way that brands use influencers to bring traffic and sales. We thought it was broken. It was annoying for everyone. It was inefficient. So we built is an AI that matches the pictures from social media from the fashion influencers with the inventory, with the clothing items from fashion e-commerce companies. So now we're about to launch next week, I think. An influencer can share a link to a page. It's going to be called outfitalliance.com. And they have a page with all of the relevant posts and all of the matching outfits from different e-commerce websites. Like one comes from Namshi, maybe one from 6 Feet or whatever. So that you can, if you like that influencer, you can dress in their style.
Oh wow, that's
quite cool.
Yeah. So it's easier for people, who don't have much fashion sense to find, good outfits.
You like the style of an influencer, you can follow them, you can click on the link and then, get the items, the influencer gets a commission, and at one point we're going to take a small cut from that.
Okay, so the influencer's also getting paid, you're also getting paid.
And the brand doesn't need to do anything. Like the e-commerce brands, they only need to put their marketing feed and the promo code, and then we take care of everything. We bring the influencers, we do the connection, we make it easy for everyone except for us. But you need to work to get some money.
Okay, it's a win-win on some sides.
Exactly, yeah. Amazing. Thank you for asking.
I think that's pretty good. That's pretty cool. I've seen some of the influencers, who I see on TikTok, Instagram. They have some very cool outfits. But if I Google them up, it just sounds weird. Black jeans. How am I supposed to find that out?
Yeah, we're trying to make it really easy.
That's very nice.
That's amazing. Yeah. I'll send it to you when we launch next week.
Definitely, I'll be the first one on that.
We already signed some really good influencers, more than 100,000 followers and so on. So
some popular people.
And we're almost signing the first company.
That's pretty good. Yeah. I think that was amazing. We've got some very good insights.
That was fun.
And thank you so much for coming on to our podcast.
Thank you. Pleasure.